Hey, this is Pam Geyer, and this video message is for Congressman Jack Kingston. Mr. Congressman, I read the article in the Huffington Post and also saw the video where you propose that kids that qualify for free lunch either pay for it with a nominal fee of a nickel or a dime, or clean up the floors, wash, sweep the floors after themselves and their peers. And I have to tell you, Mr. Congressman, that caught my attention, and I really think you deserve the opportunity to look at this situation through different lenses. So that's what my goal is with this letter. And also I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was really turned off with what I read, but I want to give you the opportunity. I want to see if we can have a discussion around this, and hopefully you can explain there's more to this story, because I was really disappointed. So I wrote you a letter, and here we go. Dear Mr. Congressman, allow me the opportunity to shed some light on the obvious ignorance around subsidizing school lunches for lower income families. You see, Mr. Congressman, I was one of those children that received free lunch. It was not my choice. It was not my parents' choice. It was the situation I grew up with. And let me explain what that was. We were low income because my dad had a massive heart attack at the age of 29. With 5 kids under the age of 6, he was told he could no longer work because of the damage that was done to his heart. My mom worked in the school system, and as a teacher assistant, she didn't make much money, but she did this so she could be home with her family for most of the time. At least when we got out of school, she got out of work and could be home with us. So based on this article, you made the proposal that lower income kids should sweep and clean floors to learn that there is no such thing as a free lunch. I would guess that their peers did not work to earn the lunch they ate. Whether it be packed at home or purchased at school, I am sure they did not earn the income as a child to pay for that lunch. Do you fear, sir, that the children that grew up with low income or with support would grow up to expect assistance from the government and not have the work ethic? I can assure you, Mr. Congressman, my entire family that grew up on free lunch are anything but slackers. In fact, I think my siblings and I could be an example for many kids, especially those that don't know what it's like to be financially challenged. While most of our peers had fun at the beach in the summer in high school, all of us worked. We worked from the time we turned 14 years of age. In fact, we worked before then, babysitting, paper routes, whatever it was to earn our keep and help out with the family. While most kids go off to college in the fall, most of my family got full-time jobs, not because we didn't want the education, but because we could not afford it. I realized the year after my senior year in high school that was unfair. And I was going to do whatever it took to get that education because it was my pathway to a different life. I then decided to do that. I put myself through college, working 2 jobs most of the time. And once I graduated and had a full-time career, most of my peers went out at night, professionally, went out at night socializing in the city, or, on the weekend had recreation for themselves. When they were doing that, sir, I was still working a second job, waitressing tables, to pay off that debt that I accumulated in college. And was it worth it? Yes. I worked hard to pay it off well after I graduated. My work ethic, which no doubt came from growing up in a low-income family, would push me not only to get out of debt in my 20s, sir, but to save for a sizable down payment for my first home, the American dream. This work ethic, Mr. Congressman, would push me to earn my master's degree, climb the corporate ladder, and when I started a family, it would propel me, sir, to stay home with my children and follow my core values. While I loved my career, I really wanted a family, and for me, I wanted them to have a mom at home, sir. Do you realize, have you ever stayed at home with children? That is the hardest job on the planet. And I just want to give props to those that stay at home and those that go to work. It's hard work. So understand there's lots of hard work happening out there in the world. This work ethic would continue to propel and push me to promote to the top of my company and my home-based business so that I could stay home with children, yet have some work and go after my dreams, sir. I would earn more money than I thought was possible with this home-based business, and I would donate a lot of these earnings to various causes, including those that were less fortunate than myself. In my affluent community today, I continue to appreciate the blessings in my life, but never lose sight of the values I learned and I am blessed to have. In my 40s, sir, I am learning to let go, to not work as hard, to realize, wow, did I put in my time? But sometimes that hard work ethic can drive us so hard that we miss out on living in the present and we miss out on feeling that fulfillment that we are enough. The downside is that we miss out on that feeling that we deserve, that we have this and that we are enough. You see, Mr. Congressman, had I been asked to clean floors and clean up after others, that would have further sent the message to me that I don't deserve the same opportunity as the person sitting next to me. That would have sent the wrong message to me, a message that would simply label me more when I was already doing that myself, sir, in my own eyes and in the eyes of my peers. Shame on you for thinking that would solve a problem. The problem lies in the eyes of people in their ivory towers. They don't have a clue what hard work is really all about. Perhaps you should experience free lunch or reduced lunch before you jump to any conclusions. I welcome a conversation, Jack Kingston. I welcome you to call me and I'll take you out for free lunch and we can discuss this more. So I'm hoping that this is something for you to chew on and that you can see this through different lenses about what hard work is all about. And hopefully we can redirect your ideas here and put them towards something more meaningful. So I challenge you, give me a call. The best way to find me is Google me, Pam Guyer, G-U-Y-E-R. You'll find me. We'll see you later.